Hey guys, this is Subhashish Mishra, your test coach. Today we will learn how to set up Jenkins and execute protractor test cases from Jenkins. Jenkins is an open source automation tool used to perform continuous integration and continuous delivery. It is entirely written in Java. Jenkins is used to build and test software projects continuously, making it easier for developers to integrate changes to the project and making it easier for users to obtain a fresh build. It also allows to continuously deliver the software by integrating with a large number of testing and deployment technologies. In this picture, here we see a developer is writing code and committing the same code to the GitHub. Jenkins is getting the code from Git and triggering a build, and after completion of build sending a notification to the developer. So that will be the build result if it is successful or if it is failed, or if you want to send some email kind of report or something like that, you can send that also. It makes the overall process easy and faster. So Jenkins makes the overall process easy and faster. So maybe the question in your mind, why we need Jenkins in our test automation? Jenkins is really useful tool for automating anything, but it's most commonly used for continuous integration and delivery to build, test and deploy software projects. With regards to testing, Jenkins is powerful way to define when, where and how to run your automated tests. Other than build, deployment, test, there are few additional things we can do using Jenkins. Those are like running scripts on remote machine, taking some backups, performing health checkup, then doing some reporting. In fact, you can use any script on Jenkins to do anything on any connected machine. The beauty of Jenkins is its plugin based architecture. You can plug in anything you want and get things working. If you do not want, you can remove plugin and save memory and optimize your Jenkins application. So major testing things we can achieve in Jenkins are like you can run your testing automation on destination machine via Jenkins remotely. You can get reports, you can generate testing reports, you can make threshold as per test cases, you can send notification of your test report, then you can schedule your automation at midnight. As I said, you can automate your task via Jenkins. So these are the reasons why we need to know Jenkins. And let's see today how can we download and set up Jenkins in our local machine. So first thing, let's go to Google and just type download Jenkins. So the first link you can see here, right? So this is the official website for Jenkins. Just click on that. Here you can see different download options for different platforms. We will download this generic java package.war. Just click on that. Once it is downloaded, you can find it in your download folder. So let's go to our download folder and see. So here you can see the jenkins.war which we have downloaded just now. So for now, let's open your terminal, and in the terminal, first thing we need to check whether you have Java installed in your machine or not. To do that, what you can do, you can type java hyphen version. So I have Java 1.8.0. So Java is installed in my machine. So we are good to proceed further. So to execute Jenkins things in your machine, the precondition is Java should be installed. First, we need to go to the our download folder, because inside the download folder we have the Jenkins war. So type cd downloads. So we are inside the download folder. To start the Jenkins server, you have to use this command. So just type java, then hyphen jar, then you give jenkins.org. So I will give all these commands in the description, in the video description, so you can get all these commands there, and just press enter. So your Jenkins is getting started. So there are few more things here. So Jenkins server by default will start in 8080 port. If your 8080 port is occupied or busy, you can use command java hyphen jar, then jenkins.war hyphen hyphen http port equal to 8081 or 8082, whichever you want. So it will, Jenkins will start in that particular port. If 8080 is busy or occupied with something else, in that case you can use this command to start Jenkins in some different port. Again, I will give this command in the video description, so you can use it if you need. Now you can see Jenkins is fully up and running, so we should be good to start. So for now you can go to your browser and you type localhost colon 8080. If you are using any other port, then you can give that port. For example, if you are using 8081, you can give 8081, or 8082 you can give 8082. Here I am using localhost 8080, so I will use localhost 8080. Click enter. So the first screen will be something like this. You have to unlock Jenkins. We have to give a admin password. So from where you will get this admin password? Here you can see a path where you will get this admin password. You can go to your terminal and you try to find out this file, and then you can get this, or you can go to your terminal. Let's go to our terminal where we have started our Jenkins server. So here we have started our Jenkins server, right? So here also you can find this. So this also you can give just to confirm. Here you can also again see this may be also found at this location. So let me just copy and do cat of that file. So again you can see this is the password. This is same as whatever we are seeing here. So let me copy that and paste it here in the admin password. Continue. Here you will see two options to install plugins. One is install suggested plugins, one is select plugins to install. Install suggested plugins will install all the suggested plugins. If you select plugins to install, you can choose whatever you want. So by default all the suggested plugins are tick marked, so you can select if something else you want. For now I'll just go back and I will go with proceed with install suggested plugins. So here you can see it is getting started. It will take some time to install all these plugins. All these plugins are getting installed, you can see here. Once everything is installed, you can create first an admin user, or you can skip it by clicking here. Let me create a user. I will just give my name Subhashish, then I'll give some password, then let me give some confirm password. I'll give my full name, then I'll give some email address, then just click on save and continue. So here you can see same localhost is taking 8080. Just click save and finish. Now your Jenkins is ready. Now you can click on start using Jenkins. Here you can create the new jobs. You can create by clicking on this new item, or you can click here create a job. So for now let me click here create a job. Here you need to give the project name. So here we will give protractor test. We'll give protractor Jenkins test. So this will be your job name, and you can select freestyle project and then click on OK. So it's getting loaded. Here you can see different sections. One is general, one is source code management. If you are using Git or something like that, you can use this. Then you have build triggers, you have build environment, you have build, and you have post build actions. So for now what we can do is we'll do something in this post build actions. So here you can see the build, and here these are the few drop downs like execute windows batch command, execute shell. So all these are the options. So if you are using window, then you can use this execute windows batch command, or you can use execute shell if you are using Mac or Linux system. So let's select execute shell. In the command section, we need to give the complete command which we use to run our protractor test cases. So how we are running our protractor test cases? So if we'll see, first we are inside, this is our protractor test, right, inside the protractor tutorial. So first we need to find where we are the which directory, we are in this directory, right. So first copy this and use the command cd, then so we are going to this directory. Then what we are doing is, what we used to do here, we used to write protractor then const.js, right. So copy this and paste this command. Now you can save this. Once you save it, you can click on build now. So you are seeing it is getting, build is getting ready. So it's executing our test case. It is getting executed. Test case is done. Let me go inside. You can see build is successful. Let me go inside. So here you can see we have executed one spec and 0 failures. In the console output you can see this. Okay, you can go back to the project. So here we'll see how we can do some other configurations. So just click on this configure button, uh, let it load. So earlier in our post build actions we have executed this command. So the first command, if you would have seen, right, we are always going to the project directory where is our project located, and then we are running this. So to avoid this, what we can do is just copy this, let me tell you. Then you can go to this general section. In general section click on advanced, and in advanced you can see use custom workspace and paste it here, the same thing. So what will happen, this will act as the custom workspace, default workspace. So always it will go to here, and from here your command will get executed. And if you are adding this thing here, you don't have to give this thing here now. So we can remove this. We'll just keep protractor conf.js. So this is what we want to execute. Now you can click on apply and save. Now let's do the build again. So build now. Your build is getting executed, and you can see it is running. It is running fine. So build is completed. successful. We can click on this, we'll see inside what happened. So 1 spec 0 failures, so our build got completed, even our test case is also passed. So this is the way you can configure the Jenkins and your execute test cases from Jenkins. Thank you. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.